Howdy. Welcome or welcome back. Hello, hello, are we live? Hello. There we go. Hi. Meowdy. Hi. So today we're going to be playing more Honkai Star Rail. How's everybody doing today in chat? How are we on this fine... What is it, Saturday today? Saturday? How are we on this Saturday? How are we doing? How am I? I'm okay. I'm tired. I had to do a bunch of chores before I started stream. When I got up, there's a lot of stuff that I had to do, so I'm a little bit tired from chore doing and whatnot, but, you know, outside of that, doing okay for the most part. Yeah. Eat beat, but all right. Have iced coffee. Delicious. I have regular coffee. Bam. Check this shit out. Hell yeah, brother. Cheers. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I started doing the Lafu War Dance interlude yesterday. However, I'm going to skip over to do the beginning of the Amphorius story today instead, because I want to get to Amphorius so that I can do like the map exploration there, because I want like the chests and the puzzles and stuff. And there's also this mission here where you can get a bunch of jade for exploring around Amphorius. There's also these things which the Herda needs, because I got the Herda yesterday. So we're gonna skip over to starting the beginning of the Amphorius story, because I have 22 days on this, which is fine, but I want Jade now because I got the Herda yesterday. And Jade is a really, really good teammate for the Herda, and I want her in general. So we are now working on getting Jade. And I only have 3.5 days worth of time to try to get her. So I want to skip ahead to doing the Amphorius stuff so I can unlock more map exploration and more event Jade and etc., etc., so that I have the funds to at least make an attempt at getting her. So we will come back to the Lafu interlude later. I don't know when, just whenever I'm done with the Amphorius story. Yeah. A little disorganized, a little bit of skipping and jumping around, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, what am I at for my Jade pity right now? It's not very high because I just got Herda yesterday. Oh, okay, that's actually higher than I thought it was. I'm at 14. That's actually much higher than I thought I was. I thought I was at like 3. Cool. All right, well, we've made a dent at least. 14 is not terrible. So we're just going to be throwing pulls on this banner whenever we get them, because I just need to try to get her as fast as possible. I don't have much time left. Unfortunately, getting the Herda was a bit of a nightmare because I went up to like pity like 76 or 78 or something. I lost the 50-50 to Yanqing, and then getting the Herda was again up to like 76 or something. Like it took all of the funds that I had this entire banner cycle just to get the Herda. So we are praying for an early 5-star, and we were praying for a 50-50 win, because I only have 3 days left. Getting a bit stressed, chat. Yeah, but I have the Herda, which is very exciting. I got her up to 70, because I did a little bit of boss pre-farming, because I knew I had her guaranteed. It was just a matter of when she came home. I am partially done with the boss farming. I only need to do one more, but I ran out of resin. I have no fuel left, because as a returning player, I have had to spend all of the resin and all of the fuel that I had to get my characters up to a usable level for like the current level of the end game content. So I have like nothing left. I'm broken resin. Ooh, wait, hang on. Chat, hang on. I got enough resin. Hang on. Hang on. I have exactly enough resin to be able to do that. Don't mind that Jingyuan is here. He's just here to look pretty. I just need a second erudition character on my team to make the Herta work. I don't have other erudition characters leveled, so Jingyuan is just here to give Herta her passive bonus.
Open sesame.
Yeah. So, as a returning player who, like, stopped playing the game for, like, several months, I came back, and, it's just been a lot of playing catch-up and trying to get my characters up to a usable level, because I did the, like, Trailblaze, like, ascending the world level thing, so now I have the ability to get all of my characters up to level 80, but it means that, I have a lot of work to do on a lot of my characters who weren't high enough level to be usable to begin with. So it's taken, like, just everything, all of my resources, all of my resin, all of my fuel, everything to get the characters that I have up to level 80 and weapon level 80 and etc, etc. But anyway, hooray! Okay, I can get her to 80 now.
Don't stop now.
Hooray! Surprisingly, I still have books and money left. I don't know how I still have books and money. Considering I have gotten so many of my characters up to level 80 in the past, like, couple weeks. I'm shocked I still have books and money. But I got her to 80 now, so hooray. I got her light cone to level 80. Her traces are 7. I'm still working on... I couldn't get this before because I didn't have her at level 80, so now I need to go farm these so I can get her final bonus ability. So we're still working on her traces. So we'll get those up slowly over time whenever I finally have resin again. Her relics, I had to craft some because I didn't have the resin to be able to go farm relics for her. And she's at E0 because whatever, who cares. But yeah, so my herd is usable now, at least. So there's that. Let me just heal my characters because they're all low health for some reason. This always happens. And then we will go mosey on over to Amphorius. I haven't started that interlude yet, so I don't really know very much about anything that's going on in Amphorius other than it's like ancient Greece themed, I guess. Are we still on Penacony? It's been a while since you woke from the dream. Staring into the deep sky, you think back on everything you've gained from your adventure so far and begin to grow excited at your new trailblazing expedition. Outside your window, the mysterious air of your destination piques your hold on. Why are we still on Penacony? It looks like there's time to discuss the upcoming trip. Okay, this is the right one, I think. Teleported me to the opposite end of where everyone is, apparently, I guess. What's up?
Amphorius, the eternal land.
There's no record of this world in the databank, not even a mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
Yeah, it's gonna be too much. I've been on the Express nearly 2 years now. I guess, oh, they are counting, like, the amount of time that the game has been out as time the Trailblazer has been on the train. So this total trip has been 2 years so far. That's interesting. No sweat. There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akavili didn't venture into, but a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
You should consider Pom Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we'd best take the time to think this over.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
That makes the journey feel a little more authentic. I actually like that they're counting the game years like that. Yeah, I like it too, because there's a lot of games where like the game has existed for years already at this point, and your character has gone to so many different places, but they only count it as like a couple months worth of time, and it feels like too rushed. I like that they're actually counting like how long the game has been out as how long we've been on this journey so far, because a lot of the places that we've been to, like, we were there for a while. And if you consider like all the side quests and all the personal stories and all of the like in-between interlude stuff, like we have been at this for a while, realistically speaking. So I actually like that they consider like the total amount of time. I don't know if the game's been out for 2 years. Hasn't it been over 2 years at this point? I don't remember when Honkai came out. I think it's been over 2 years, right? That's what I thought too. Alright then, for now I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. 2 years? Really? Feels longer than that. I feel like I've been playing this for a long time. I know Genshin's been out for like a surprisingly long time at this point. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take some time out to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime
No.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to
No.
make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine.
But
Wonder
won't
if
that
the
cause
hole in the
more of a
Japanese
fuel
museum
problem?
has been repaired.
We're running out of fuel. The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had any time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most of this break. I don't need a break. I want to go to Amphorius. At this moment, people still haven't expected this vacation to be so fulfilling. They will witness the Grand Xianzhou War Dance, and during this moment of leisure also... And those they will meet again include not only friends, but also foes. Sunday? Oh yeah, I guess we haven't recruited him yet. I guess we have to do that before we before we go to Amphorius. I forgot about that.
Chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability?
Social commentary.
Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
When this interlude came out, it was advertised with Sunday and Few. I think you have a bit of interlude together. Yeah, I think this one is like actually required because Sunday joins the Express.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck,
He's dead, that's why.
forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Was this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
Do they not know who Sunday is?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will.
I know what he looks like. That's him right there.
Please
Do they not
remember,
recognize
the
him?
family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
What kind of memory loss amnesia situation do we have going on here? A weary passerby. Yeah, he is weary at this point.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
Question mark. He doesn't want to be recognized?
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you?
He's a wanted
Just
criminal.
being in your company is plenty
Yeah.
enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
He's gonna say some shit about how he doesn't want to burden her. She's better off without me.
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way
Oh
you'll
my
feel
God.
better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake.
I hate Sunday as a character. He makes me sick.
That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
Oh my God.
You're right.
Crazy shit. What's wrong with him?
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going.
Oh wait, hang on, we'll
The
roleplay.
fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I don't get him as a trial character. Because I already own him, and my Sunday would probably be better than whatever they would give me. Do I have any Clocky statue tickets? Oh, I can't even do this while we're in a story thing. Okay, never mind.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Sunday.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
Question mark?
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Hello?
Yet you'll repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly. Can you get any more conceited?
What kind of storied history do these two have?
You were abandoned in the wild and near your end. I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, but quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
This was the last thing that we saw after we finished that Penacony story last week. Or not last week, just a few days ago.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due. So why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should
My
be
God.
on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But
He's
what has
crazy.
Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old. The fruits of
Oh,
a long
come
journey.
on. Take a joke, will ya?
I don't think Sunday knows how to take a joke.
Sorry,
Oh.
but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, Mr. 1 Week. Please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr.
Workday? That's really funny.
You don't
I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Calling him Mr. Workday is
Yeah,
actually so
that
funny.
works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
They're doing
Shouldn't
corrective
have said that
measures?
just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
But it was funny.
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. But there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash in trash cans. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt True while experiencing the attractions. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Conducts that have been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They have just not yet been reviewed.
No consumption of food
Huh?
except
A day
for
of
Oops.
repose.
Wrong button.
what? Be kind to birds.
Looks like some rules weren't distorted. That's a word-for-word account of what I said back then.
Did you make this rule because your sister is named Robin?
No, it was for Mr. Gopherwood. He used to stop by the park to people watch and appreciate the vibrancy of life. This was his way of recharging whenever things wore him out. I wanted him to rest undisturbed.
We're gonna do illegal ice cream eating.
Other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
Sunday hates ice cream.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
This is just a list of the rules that he made as a baby. This is so funny. He's so, like, neurotic.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
The blink of an eye, the ice cream vanished into One Week's stomach.
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Are there other things that I can look at? Don't discard trash in trash cans. Don't use bottle caps sold by the Dream Drill True. The attractions. Are we just gonna go down the list? I guess maybe we'll just go down the list because we've been doing that so far. I don't have any tickets and the guy's not here to sell me them.
Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
Is the reason the ice cream one didn't do anything because he didn't actually have anything against desserts? He just wanted people to be orderly and get in line properly?
Iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you?
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's gonna throw up. Like a drunkard commonly seen by the sidewalk, he vomited a sliver of rainbow. Oh, okay. Just kidding about the ice cream thing.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dream Weavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
How?
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
You can still do all of these things?
Can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
It's just like the Trailblazer always says. Rules are made to be broken or whatever.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
Hi. Oh, woo.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Sunday places some alfalfa credits in front of the Bubble Hound. Arf, arf, aroo.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh.
Sunday has placed even more alfalfa credits.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
A woo, a woo. Dream Jolt Troot lets out terse shouts and moves closer, pointing.
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
We're getting swindled by a soda dog.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
This is Sunday's, like, pathetic failwife era. He's getting swindled by a dog over one bottle cap. Now he doesn't have any money. We got a special prize. We got our illegal special prize.
Maybe we should open the capsule.
You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable. Sunday made this as a kid? He's crazy.
They can't be serious seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
There's something wrong with him.
On the still waters of oblivion, ill fate descends.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Is Sunday like the most neurotic character the Hoyoverse games have ever had? I can't really speak very much for Impact 3rd. I only know some of the characters from that game. And I'm not super familiar with CZZ, but out of all the characters in Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, I think he's the most neurotic. He's kind of crazy.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
This is the first time in Sunday's life he's ever explicitly broken rules. I wonder if he's loving this or having an existential crisis.
Do not discard trash in trash cans.
Yes?
This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
He's crazy.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
What a strange rule. Anything? I have trash, so just put the trash in there. Undiagnosed
Something's happening.
OCS? OCD, you mean? What's OCS? I get a gold garbage?
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
I went to type OCD, my keyboard's too close together. Oh, okay. Yeah, undiagnosed OCD does go kind of crazy. The after echoes of order, once distorted, only add to the chaos. As a tuner, Sunday can easily discern where the harmony of dreamscapes has been disrupted.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
What a fascinating line.
Whoa, it worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But
Being so
whoa,
mean to
you
him.
actually remember something like that?
Where is his
Never
halo?
forget times of failure.
Oh my
It's all
god,
human
this
nature.
character makes me sick.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
He's crazy. Oh wait, he has his halo in the... when he's running around, but not when he's in cutscenes. Where is his halo? He doesn't keep that thing on him?
is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go. This will be a long farewell. A day of
Oops.
peaceful
Wrong
repose.
button. Hang on. I keep buffing accidentally. My bad.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I
Welt?
don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area.
Mr.
The
Welt
family
Yang?
is currently investigating.
What's he doing here?
You okay?
He's disguised himself as a female Intellitron? Is that just for Welt? Because I thought... Okay.
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Suspicious.
Ooh, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him, but be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days.
Does he not know about the Sparkle Bomb incident?
Come now.
Did no one tell him about that?
Let's not stick too
Because
close
there
to each
certainly
other,
was a
just
bit of an
once.
incident.
A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but
Oh my God, what?
before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Welt, come on. He's just a little guy. Be nice.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me.
I mean, Sunday. Come on.
Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Sunday unreservedly shares his story with Welt.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But until you leave Penacony for good, you're to
We
stay
get to
by
go
my
around with
side.
Welt? Yippee! I love
You have my
Welt.
gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Yippee! Get to travel with the Welt, oh boy, oh boy.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case,
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
there's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
What?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
An unusual passenger, you say?
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Oh my god, there she is. Oh my god, there she is.
Or these ladies?
What? There's a lot of her. I think we might have missed Fugue in the war dance. Yeah. Skipping ahead to this may have been a bit of an oopsie, but I need to get to Amphorius, so, oh well, we'll come back to this plot point.
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang.
There's so many of her.
Huge problem.
You know, from the video that Fugue is put together by Ron May.
Every moment is like a thorned rose.
The hell? Where am I? Why am I here? Why did it put me on this random side quest? Oh. I see. Usually the interludes are not that crazy lore important. Yeah, apparently this is the one that was.
Variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms.
Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Screwlum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
And who did you hear that from? They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear that from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some more information.
There be more to it.
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Emphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right, so this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Aeons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in Remembrance's technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ronmay's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalenga Abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much an understatement, but none of us expected to see an old friend at Miss Ronmay's.
Noxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Xianzhou, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
This is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
Eh. I'm gonna have to break the stereotype you have of me.
Not now. Of all times. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What kind of drugs are you guys taking in Penacony? Behold the Laughing Maniac, March 7th.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So
You
we
wanted me
had
to
some
explain.
candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Tingyun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
What the fuck is going on?
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
One week also has harmony power?
Been a while, everyone.
What a casual greeting. Hey guys, what's up?
You! What's
Yeah, what's going on?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Walt fills them in on what he's been through. On what he's been through? What a dramatic way to put it. Yeah,
I
meeting
believe
Sunday
that
is
at
going
this
through
point,
some shit.
Sunday has no reason to be dishonest, but to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
He was a worthy opponent.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting Yun. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting Yun to her normal self.
Normal self?
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting Yuns aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Find a Ting Yun that is easy to communicate with. Hey girls, what's up? Okay, not them. Hi. She pushed me. Perhaps a merchant guild representative can be found upon returning to the Xianzhou. Okay, we didn't miss Fugue, but we're missing a bit of context. The business model is quite interesting. No, I think we did miss Fugue, because they go get her during the interlude. And then I think Himiko and Welt come back with her.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting Yun are you again?
I think we did miss her.
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting Yun to come together to form the Ting Yun Merchant Guild.
Cute.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I just realized we're gonna have to add another character to the characters whose top button of their shirt is struggling to hold it together. There's a lot of them in these games.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Miss Ting Yun's got a sense of humor these days.
Hey! You better not be referring to the part about my wits surpassing many others.
I looked at the wiki. She shows up first in the War Dance Interlude Part 2, but the meat of her story should still be here. Oh, okay. Yeah, the way that they worded it was a little bit confusing, but it sounds like you meet her during the interlude because they come back to the Astral Express with her, because they go to Himiko to drop off the fossils, and then they come back and they have Ting Yun, I guess.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
No, unfortunately, she wasn't one of the survivors.
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting Yuns here.
We should make lore interludes mandatory like Genshin. Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to skip ahead to Inforius. I agree, though. Visionary Ting Yun. Wow, there's a lot of them. Hey girls, what's up?
Sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal.
But then again,
gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Sonny Lamau.
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into nodes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
No, that was actually a good explanation and made it way less complicated.
Anyways, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
Take this apart piece by piece. Why do you have such a fondness for this benefactor? I still don't understand. Did I really make this stall? Look, she's selling things at the stall. She's so cute. Sleepwalking, Tingyun?
I'm walking in the street and what a weird dream.
This Miss Tingyun looks like
She's gonna push me?
sleepwalking.
Nope, nope,
not
just kidding.
her.
Money Gerber Tingyun? She seems completely oblivious to everything else and is just standing there continuously operating the cash spewer, occasionally letting out an excited laugh.
I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her.
So these are all aspects of her psyche, so all of these are, like, things that are true about her. Kitty Tingyun?
Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky.
That's true. Yukong did take her flying
Pinky promise.
when she was a baby child.
Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Is there a Tingyun down here? No. Okay. If you have been refined since birth, perhaps you could...
Huh? Yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
She's scary? I guess she's scary, Tingyun.
Were you all looking for me?
I guess so. Hang on. There's more Tingyuns up here. They want to bring this thing back to the Xian show. She thinks the general would like it. That's kind of funny. And this one's looking at a... See, this item can peer into dreams. At the phone booth? Not sure if I have the right person or not. Huh. I think that's all of them. I don't think there's any more hiding around here.
Here's the Penacony news. Once again, another one.
A Tingyun question mark? Are you the question mark
Were
one?
you all looking for me?
Found her. Tingyen's trait is... it's nothing special, really.
Somewhat normal, Tingyun. There she is.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage.
When has Sunday ever taken anyone hostage? There are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to say this because it's funny.
It's not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead.
He's going to make everyone a hostage? Yeah, but he didn't.
Harmony than I do.
He didn't actually.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
She's evil.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Shouldn't you tell them what you saw?
It's working!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress.
Oh my god, there she is.
Did I conduct myself improperly?
Oh my god, there she is. Chat, she's real.
Tingyun, you're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
March, come on. You can't say that.
Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
You should probably tell them what the problem is. Why is Tingyun's tail a different color than her ears and hair? Most of the other Foxians have a tail that's the same color, don't they? Does she dye her hair and ears or her tail?
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Oh. He died. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe. Amidst...
Don't be afraid.
Run May.
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Okay, thank you.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Her hair is white underneath. That might be why her tail is different. She's Nihility now too, so maybe Nihility Path took the color out of her tail. That's so fucked up. temporarily added Fugue. Oh my god, I get to trial Fugue? Wait, where? Where is she? There she is. Oh my god, Fugue. Man, I wish I had gotten her. She's a Nihility character. I wonder if she works on Acheron teams. There she is. I guess she does have white underneath of her hair. She's got white in her ears, too. It kind of matches, I guess. No, she's super break support. Oh, I see. So she's for the, like, Gallagher, Rappa, and Imaginary Trailblazer kind of teams, I guess.
This path is so dark. Yet it's strange. The farther I walk, the more at peace I feel.
Oh.
Could it be?
Or Firefly. Oh.
This isn't the first time?
I didn't know Firefly was a super break character.
This path is so dark.
You getting Fugue would have been confusing for your account? Yeah, but I love
The farther
her.
I walk,
But I love Tingyun.
the more that looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
I guess.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
Firefly's break and synergizes with super break because of that, same as Boot Hill. Let's see. But if I pulled Boot Hill, then Fugue would have been good for my account, right? if I pulled Boot Hill.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
It better.
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
You must go on, and there's no time to waste. A misfortune of survivors. Read the report on the table.
This girl is...
Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not capable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Ronmei for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbed before conducting a questioning. Correction, we've temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. Their pain? No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is a record of the questions that the observed subject has already answered. What is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds, Tingyun. What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during their limited periods of coherence.
Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why Why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait!
Just kidding, we have to kill them.
Is this called coexisting?
Fugue, we're gonna have to kill these guys.
As I said before, you're not alone.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
This one's just chilling.
The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh, no wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close.
She's taking this information much better than expected.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with.
Damn, it's kind of a raw line.
You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
His?
What about the other merchants?
Who commissioned you to help her?
I don't know.
Jingyuet?
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body... feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body.
Oh, that's why her tail's different.
Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Damn. That's kind of a raw line she said just now.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me.
Traveling merchant? So it wasn't Jingyuan as Locha?
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
At this point, past events revealed by the tuning recede to the darkness once more.
Are you alright?
Did I pass out?
We were just about to make a memorial portrait of you.
A little quick to the draw, aren't you?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you. And Miss
Oops.
Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after.
Soul glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting-Yun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting-Yun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
So is a messenger coming here? Are they coming to escort her back home, or are we taking her to the Xianzhou?
Okay, we better hurry then. This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
What am I at now for my pulse on Jade Banner? Oh, we got a pull, chat. Pray for me. What am I at now? I was at 14 before, and I did 2, 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay. This is 17. So close. But maybe a 4-star? Let's fucking go. Oh, Moza. Cool. I'm getting pretty up there on his Eidolons now. Whoops. Wrong button. Hang on. Actually huge. I'll take that because I want to put Moza as a sub DPS on my ratio team whenever I get around to building him. Hell yeah. E5. Let's go.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
So I'm 1 off from getting his E6, which would actually be huge because it makes his follow-up damage get a pretty big boost. And Natasha's also on this banner right now, wherever she is, and I have her at E4. So, I'd prefer to not get any more Asta constellations, because I got E6 Asta. So I don't need her anymore, but I'd really like one more Moza constellation, so that I can use him for follow-up teams later. Okay, where are we going? Sunday.
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Shall we keep going then?
Where are we going?
Did you forget already? Miss Ting-Yun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm still confused on the concept of, like, buying things and getting souvenirs and clothing and stuff in the Dreamscape, because the Dreamscape's not a real place that exists. How do they take things from the dream world to the real world?
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
Beastar Animal Lover, we've run into you before. You were on the ship. How many of you are there? We're going up here. Oh, hello. There's no need to hurry in the Dreamscape where time stands still. Please take this pamphlet. I'll be performing the Song of Beauty at this concert. Please don't miss it. Okay. Anyway, I got places to be. Yummy. Please have some mercy. You hear the crisp cries of the cone, but it's too late. You can only relish its lingering taste in your mouth. How could you stop at just having 1 cone? You put another cone in your mouth and savor it. As you finish the last cone, a faint sense of emptiness sets in. Is it because you've eaten other cones too quickly? No, it was worth it. Delicious, yummy. So what are we gonna buy? Do I actually get to pick stuff out for people?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My two friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Maybe not the unicycler. I don't think we can take back home, and maybe not the rocket launcher. So I guess the eye mask, because she seems like she could use some sleep.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
No, I forgot she had a third eye.
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jing Yuan.
The film reel.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission.
I don't know anything.
She loves excitement.
I don't know anything about Bailu. Soul Glad syrup.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me.
I was gonna say film reel because he's an old man. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Thanks to both your help, everything.
She loves food and toys.
And it looks
Well,
like we
apparently I picked the ideal one, so.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't mess around with memory bubbles too much with the girl who's recovering from existential amnesia.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded.
Sure.
I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Okay. What's up?
This is a good...
Oh, didn't mean to cut you off, sorry.
Miss Ting Yun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could
Kind
we
of.
forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Oh, like the first... Oh, no, I didn't finish the interlude, so I don't remember what that was like. Ting Yun, how?
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it.
Yeah, I guess neither she nor we actually know at what point she got replaced. So we have no idea how much of the time we spent with her was actually with her.
That's what I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall?
Calculating.
That part is true. I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you?
Potential emanator of the destruction.
Is that a compliment? I'm not sure if I'm deserving of that title.
We're talking about her, not you.
Was there anything particularly memorable?
I'm gonna get March in trouble and she's gonna yell at me.
Hey, no tattling!
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
No, but I don't think that matters.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Exactly. That's why it doesn't matter.
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Senjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
Exactly, get her.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Oh, okay. Damn.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Fantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
Sniffles. Damn. It's time to rethink how you see yourself.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
Me?
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Wow. Tingyun Sniffles. She's so cool. Ooh, we're getting close.
Welcome to the Dreamscape
Hi.
store. Dr. Edwin at your service.
We're looking for
What's
some
up, Ed?
dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
But nothing weird. I know you got some weird shit on the shelf.
Just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfect, really. The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance, where a young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, as Junior Foxy and Sword, who just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
Chat, what does the word sorer mean? Chat, somebody Google this word. What does this mean?
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of. Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Yeah, well, March said, don't pick anything weird. She's recovering from huge trauma.
Speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble.
She's not looking at March and Trailblazer, she's looking at me.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you for your business.
You had a Tingyun dream bubble in there?
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order.
Soror means sister?
Time to head back?
Huh. Tingyun's dream bubble. Dream bubble gifted by Tingyun. Oh no, this is the one that she gave me. This isn't the one that he gave her, okay. Which records your journeys on the Xianzhou. In this dream, the real Tingyun never missed out on meeting you. The future is neither an initial meeting nor a reunion. We've always walked together. That's so sad. She gave us a dream bubble where it was her instead of the imposter. That's so sad. No. Tingyun, no. Honestly, should have guessed because sorority immediately clicked once I looked up. Oh.
I'm not ready to say goodbye
Yeah.
just yet.
I suppose that does make sense. Collection showcase. Find an arcade machine that has been set up. Though it doesn't have eyes, you're sure that your eyes met for a moment. That's great, man. I'm busy doing a quest. Hey friend, aren't you curious what kind of games I have here? The arcade machine silently invites you. No, I'm good. I'm doing a quest. Thanks, though. Now I think you've kicked me off of the quest that I was doing. Stop kicking me off the quest I'm trying to do. Hey, Himiko. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. Is it Yukong? Oh my god, Yukong came to get her. That's so cute. No, Yukong.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yun, I'm here to take you home.
Oh my god, chat. I'm gonna get choked up. This is so cute. It's so nice that Yukon came. You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. Wah! That's so cute.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you.
We didn't even get a gift for Yukong. No! Shit.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing?
I like how big her ears are. She's got the same size ears as Fei Xiao. They're really, really big ones. So cute.
Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me?
Because of the traveling merchant. Which, why does he have an interest in her?
It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Cheat.
Is that...
Tingyun?
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories.
If this is the baby Tingyun, I'm gonna scream.
And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an
I'm
ordinary
gonna get choked
flight
up.
for you.
Bro, I can't take it anymore.
For a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still
She's
young
just a
enough to be
baby.
carried.
I can't take it anymore. She's so baby. Look at her. She's so cute and happy. Oh my god. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna throw up.
Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too.
Oops, sorry.
In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But
Ron May said that.
Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Now we're cooking. Now this goes along with all of those weird questions she was asking about the arbor, which I guess might have been Fantilia, but...
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns?
Okay, we might fight the gods someday.
If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
A moment of silence lingers after that. Departure is often indistinguishable from parting, yet they are fortunate enough not to have to. But luck never seems to favor everyone. Like Sunday. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Robin. Oh my god. Chad, oh my god. I can't take it.
How did you know she would be?
I'm gonna scream.
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
Damn.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
There's a chest behind you. Sunday, turn around.
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
You said you were changing, Sunday.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
I hope she sees through your disguise, you silly man.
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step. The fruits of a long journey.
Oh my god, hi, Miss Robin.
Didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
He is not good at coming up with fake names.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
Bro, you are giving yourself away.
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
Robin, look behind you. There's a picture of the baby bird from your childhood.
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice.
He's not
You can
slick.
see all of Penacony from here.
He's really not good at pretending and faking things.
Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Yeah, I wonder if Mr. Control Freak has a fear of the unknown.
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
I'm gonna be sick.
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
I'm gonna be sick.
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
Oh, I wonder.
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew.
She's talking about you, you idiot. Oh my god.
But he's different.
I'm gonna be sick.
Stronger than most ordinary people. But because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages.
I hate this
over
character.
whether that is the right course
Not
of
Robin.
action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right. But I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be.
Well.
He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed. But I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line. But now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path. Even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together.
I know we'll reunite one day. Up there in the clouds.
Sniffles, cries, throws up.
I hope so.
Miss 1 week. May I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave.
Oh, the jigsaw puzzle right behind you is intentional?
If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky. As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings.
This game makes me sick. Sickening.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this...
A scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant.
Seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
This guy is not slick.
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one.
Just as before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever lustrous. One more thing, staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too.
We have enough. Let's go back.
Gee, I wonder. I wonder who the notes are from. This guy is not slick.
It's done. Have a look.
That painting feels like a blessing and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars.
Soon I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
Oh my god. Gone.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think.
He makes me sick.
You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit.
Quietly, bro. You could stop yourself from talking to her.
But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those two notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as
Your sister just told you to relax.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want.
Get his ass. Get him.
I don't want to want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
Honestly, you might be cooking.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes, we only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It
returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again.
He has to kill himself.
I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday.
Get him.
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
Be nice to yourself. It's not his fault he has the lack of expression that neurodivergent people have.
That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony.
That's what I was wondering, where it went. It's weird to see him without it. Wait, so the halo is not symbolic of him being a what's the angel wing people called Holovian? It's people who are on the harmony path? But not everyone on the harmony path has one. So maybe that's not true. Because Siobhan has one, and she's not Holovian. But the other Harmony characters don't have one.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens.
Our people?
But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family.
Siobhan is Holovian? Well, then where the fuck are her wings? Bruh.
Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings.
This guy is so mentally ill.
That can keep me awake.
My god.
This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
And in this art, he has put up the hood that has the fucking thorns on it. So now instead of wearing the halo, he's wearing a fucking crown of thorns. Okay. Makes me sick.
Also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
And he said specifically that that only happens to people who are, like, sort of prone to this. Like, not everyone who goes through that experiences it. It's only the people who, like, already have kind of like a difficult sense of self.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself.
Oh my god, he's so mean to himself. Makes
My
me sick.
final farewell will be like that of Miss Tingyun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Well, to such a real one.
Much appreciated.
That's my Peepaw. He's the best character in this game.
Shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not surprised he said that.
What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs.
Wow. Wow.
You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped.
Oh, finally, the game spells it out for you. Which one was the bird in the cage?
Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall.
It is so fucking funny that he is the one giving himself this talk, because of course he is. He wouldn't have listened if it was anybody else. Of course he has to be the one to talk himself down like this. Oh my god, his neuroses is unbelievable.
I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate, and see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person.
There's a feather falling behind him as he says this.
The person who always disappoints his sister.
Oh my god. Shut the fuck. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one.
There is something very wrong with this character.
And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter.
This would be the perfect screenshot for one of those memes that's like, trust no one, not even yourself.
It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull?
This is the first time he's ever sincerely laughed.
Well,
it's not even him.
Despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad. Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage.
We gotta kill him again. Sunday boss fight 2.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These distant sounds are much too harsh. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Ill tidings manifest.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Again?
Would have been better if I would have brought Gallagher in here, but I didn't know what the weaknesses were because I didn't check them.
Echoes of the past need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time has come. Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me?
Justin, just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Destiny's memories are ever beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
We still have the buff on her, right? We also need to use this again. Probably should have healed Black Swan. We'll see. Yeah, I think Gallagher would have been a much better pick for this. Oops.
Mind your manners.
Chat. I'm a little worried.
Serenity is before me.
Free will, or was it?
I'm okay.
Ow. It wouldn't be the... It wouldn't be the first time I lost to a story boss. This is not exactly an optimal team. I kind of didn't really expect like to have to do this boss again.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Destiny's hand has truly blessed me.
Another journey begins.
Somebody's going next, but I shouldn't need to refresh my buff yet.
Again.
Ow.
Retribution will find.
Chat, it's not looking... Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. I gotta change my lineup. This is not gonna work out for me. We could use a worse Sunday if you guys want. Do you guys want to use the story Sunday instead, who's probably worse than mine? I can't bring support from other people, and so whatever, this is fine. Not ideal, but it's best I have. I don't have another character for my Acheron team yet.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself.
Should probably buff her first, I guess. Acheron Blast!
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill fate descends.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Mostly just doing this for break bar. Gallagher's really good at breaking bars.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I think the spacebar to use Acheron's like multi-hit thing doesn't work very well. It doesn't always register on the first time you hit it. Don't really know why. No singer responds to the conductor. Never seen that before.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Oh, I didn't realize she was going next. Book. Nice.
Seek and you shall receive.
I think she still has the buff. I need to learn which buff Soaring Body, Thunder, Core, Beatified. So, Soaring Body is this one. So this one's about to run out, so I need to refresh soon.
It's of no consequence.
Still waters.
Time has come. Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
I've heard the call. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
So going much better than the previous time. It's crazy what a difference it makes when you actually bring the right elements for the weaknesses of a boss.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Gallagher is so good at breaking bars, my god. Bro goes crazy with it.
Another journey begins.
Um,
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
this isn't really gonna do much to the shield. Oh no, never mind. He only had a little bit of a shield left over. Oh my god, bro, my Acheron is so good. I love her. Are we gonna get a creation of humanity moment here? This is like the third one we've had in this game. Incredible. Good stuff.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Wow. Beautiful. Good for him. Well, did you see that shit?
How should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
It is. I'm sorry, but now the revelation has happened that 1 week is just the other half of Sunday. He named the other version of himself 1 week because he's Sunday, which is the day at the end of the week, and the whole creation of life thing happens over the course of 7 days. This guy is not slick. Oh my god.
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now.
Crazy
Thank
shit.
you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Sheepate turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
What did he mean by that? What did he say earlier that was about his trailblazing goals? Was like the people along the way or something? I forget what he said earlier. Oh, it was like an hour ago and I don't remember what he said.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need more than asceticism is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
He said no. That's why we're swapping over. They didn't want to force us to see Blooding Sunday down.
So this is why I brought him here.
See?
Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decision, I want to hear what you think. Me? Me? In this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
How mean do I get to be? You've disappointed many people. That's brittle for this guy. That's not what he needs to hear. You're a noble person. I like Sunday. You're a noble person. I can't deny that you always have compassion in your heart, even though we may view things differently. I agree with what you stand for. I believe there is a better way to achieve your ideal. 7 rest days may just be a metaphor, but I look forward to the day when it comes true. We can be friends. Nothing is for certain anyway. An enemy yesterday may be a friend today. I don't care what everyone else's opinion is. I say he gets to join. I won't accept this. Wow, you can actually be like kind of mean about him joining. I'll have my eye on you. Maybe we should hear everyone else's opinion. Yeah, you can actually kind of be like, no, I don't want him to join. Interesting. I wonder if that has any particular outcome. Welcome aboard the Astral Express. I second that. Wow, Dan Hung agrees?
Well, you did get nerfed after turning into a good guy.
Nerfed?
So I guess I'm okay too.
What do you mean nerfed?
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell.
I wonder if he, like, isn't allowed on board if you disagree, or if everybody else vetoes you. Looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop, too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Oh my god, we're finally gonna go to Amphorius. Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herta again before we set off. She helped us look into Amphorius. Even though nothing new came up, I should at least let her know we're leaving. Try? Well, he isn't a giant mecha Jesus with mind control powers anymore, so yeah, nerfed. True, he still has, like, illusion and influence powers, but I guess, yeah, he's not the giant mecha Jesus anymore. He doesn't have the Stellaron powers, so... I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interastral network. It shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the Genius's home turf? Even the Antimatter Legion wouldn't stand a chance. Well, that's not true, because the Antimatter Legion joined the fight on the Herta space station. For all we know, Madame Herta could be making a move again. What if she is? What if we see her? What if we get to see her?
No, we're still not quite there.
Oh. Okay. Everyone's powering down and leaving the space station? Question mark? Now what the fuck's going on here?
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves.
Was this the teaser that the Herta was coming out?
Set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence. I ask you this. What is divinity?
Damn. Well, I guess that was the teaser for her. Fugue has become a visitor. Oh my god, Fugue's gonna join the ship? Silver Chariot away to the Blackened Land. To that Blackened Land, sorry.
Nice.
Oh my god, we did it. We actually get to go to Amphorius, finally. We still have 40 minutes in the stream. I have to piss really bad, though. Strangers love my characters that I have. I don't know who these people are. Yuri. Do I have enough for a warp? Oh my god. Hang on, chat. Hang on, pray for me. Yuri. I know, right? I have to agree. Good statement. Damn, I thought Jade would come home and we were talking about Yuri. Fuck. Unfortunate. Unlucky. Do we have enough for... Oh, we do. We have enough for one more. Thank you. So close. Well, I mean, we're close to the next one, so there's that at least. We're at what, like, I think I'm at 20 now? Because we were at 16, and then I think we did 1, or did we do 2 earlier? And then I just did 2. We're either at 19 or 20. So, I mean, still getting up there. Okay, so we might do a little bit of a longer stream today so I can get to Amphorius, because I need to get there so I can actually explore the area and actually get maps unlocked for me to be able to progress that event thing. So we'll probably stream for another hour or 2. It depends on how long the like introduction to Amphorius quest takes. I want to like leave off at a good spot and actually have access to at least a couple of the maps there. So I will be people love my characters. I will be streaming for another hour or 2. Depending on the intro, but I have to piss really bad. And I also want to get another coffee because I'm almost out. Actually, I need to get more water too. So I'll BRB for like 5-10 minutes-ish, and then we'll stream for another couple hours so I can get to Emporius. So stay tuned. I'll be back soon.